Okay, we're back. Startup Showcase. Tonight, I got another one for you. Really interesting company. It's based out of New York, New York. So, shout out to New York, where I spent 8 years. Great times. New York, first thing you think of skyscrapers, tons of tall buildings. And that aligns with the company I'm going to talk about tonight that has raised a good amount of money recently. So this company is called Skyline Robotics. So robotics obviously is going to catch my eye. Super interesting. I guess you can call it industrial sector. What this company does, is they make robotic window cleaners. So super cool idea. Leverages AI. So another AI company. But they're not alone. Similarly, ramping up is another company called I can't even pronounce it. Verotix something. I don't know. Somebody else can figure that out. Anyway, but these two companies, they use different strategies. One is basically linked to the building, I think, and it kind of winds its way down. The other one is like a Spider-Man, and it crawls its way up. The fact that there's a competitor at a similar stage isn't really negative news, I don't think, because the market is potentially huge, and so having another company or two or three in the space, not a deal breaker or bad news, definitely. Okay, so as far as website, skylinerobotics.com, no shock there. Product market fit, I tend to lean that they probably have it because they just raised almost $10 million, 9.8 to be specific, in what they're calling a pre-Series A2 funding type. I don't know if somebody has some insight into what that actually means. First time I've ever heard that, so kind of weird, but pre-Series A, and they raised almost $10 million. So sounds like they have product market fit and they're ready to scale up. Obviously, what is the problem they're addressing? Well, window cleaning is dirty, dangerous, and expensive, and it's hard to book a spot. So for building owners, this might be a game changer. So we'll see. Anyway, the company has previously raised money. Total funding is 19.4 million, including a 9.8. So they've raised a good amount of money so far. The interesting thing is the lead investors are companies called Standard Skyline and Durst Ventures. Durst Ventures, that company owns One World Trade Center. So I guess not shocking there. The other company, I couldn't really find much about Standard Skyline. So it almost seemed like a shell company for maybe a rich investor or something. So that was a little shady. No real name investors, so that's a kind of a ding on this, but not much of a ding as far as I'm concerned. Told you about total funding. Mode, I'm going to assume they have patents for the robots, for the hardware and the software. So that's a good mode to have. So that's what makes this idea investable as far as I'm concerned. Okay, and as far as market size goes, I would just call it sizable. Obviously, there's tons and tons of skyscrapers around the world, and they're one of two obvious robotic window cleaner companies out there. So, yeah, the opportunity is quite large, definitely. Okay, finally, what are my thoughts on this company? Definitely, it's robotics. Robots are a hot space. It's AI, so that makes them doubly interesting as far as I'm concerned. The opportunity is large, a lot of buildings, and labor is hard to get. Who wants to go up and clean those windows way up? I'm scared of heights. I wouldn't do it for any amount of money, and I don't know too many people who would. So I'm sure it's difficult to find labor. The good part of this is that I think they have product market fit. As I mentioned, opportunity is huge. The question you might want to ask, or potential investor might want to ask, is, how good is this robot? maybe if it's 70 or 80% of what a human could do, that might be good enough to get a lot of business, and this could really blow up. So I hope that was interesting, and we'll see you next time.